All right. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. If you guys could drop like a one, if you guys can see that clearly, we will get rocking and rolling. All right. So in this session, I'm going to walk you guys through building out a product page and offer. My Kaching is actually acting up on this current store. So I may, if one of you guys have Kaching, we can use yours as an example, potentially, but it's pretty straightforward, if I'm being honest. But if you guys want to get a more thorough walkthrough, we can do something like that too. All right, so we're just going to start off by building out this product page, right? So once you do find a product page or a product that you want to build out, of course, first things first is go ahead and copy the competitor link, hop into your page pilot into another tab. I do want to be clear, keep in mind Page Pilot is not an app that will go into like your app section here. It is just a separate website, right? I'm getting a lot of questions about that lately. Just keep in mind it is a separate website, right? And so once you do have your Page Pilot open, of course, you're going to go ahead and select Create Product Page, and then we're just going to paste that URL in there. All right. And so one thing I do also want to emphasize is that anytime you guys want to do like the buy one, buy two, buy three, etc., make sure that you guys have the Page Pilot V1 template selected and active. All right. Once you guys can solidify that, go ahead and click Create Product Page. All right, we'll let that do its thing really quick. I'm gonna open up my chat GBT so I can have my offer builder ready. I'm going to try to speed through this a little bit quick, just so we can use about the second half of class for um, any questions. I was not able to get to a lot of you guys last class. All right, there we go. So now it currently says inactive, so we can go ahead and select edit and import. And so I do get a lot of questions saying, hey, coach, can I edit it in um, Page Pilot? So the answer to that question is yes, you can, but I personally prefer to start editing in Shopify, right? So I'm going to go ahead and edit and import this into my store here. And then we'll go ahead and do some light optimizations and get this bad boy customer ready. All right, so now we'll come over to our products and we can see that product right here. And so I'm going to click into that relevant product. And my first step personally is to always go into the eyeball right here for view template. All right. And then I will go ahead and start editing this here. Alrighty. So as you guys know, I like to start from top to bottom. And so first thing I'm going to do is expand product information, hop into this custom liquid. And I'm just going to put like a 3 right here and a plus sign after the numbers, just to give more social proof to this product, right? So in the same way that we shop at Amazon or any other store, we like to look at the reviews typically, right? And so I like to inflate those a little bit, make those look trustworthy. And then for the top margin and bottom margin, I just want to make that even so that this can be nice and centered, right? And I'll save that. All right. And then, so right now the compare at price is listed first. I want to go ahead and flip that so that the actual selling price is first and the compare at price is second. And so to do that, I'm going to hop into the pricing section and switch it to price first. All right, and we'll save that. And so honestly, there's nothing really wrong with these emoji benefits, but sometimes I do like to be a little extra and just optimize them. And so I'm gonna hop in chat and do that today. Just gonna say, can you generate 4 emoji benefits for cozy slippers for women? All right, I think these are for women. Yeah. All right, so yeah, then I'm just gonna pretty much copy these over and paste them into my product here. And so when you're pasting or copying or pasting emoji benefits, just make sure you copy and paste everything but the like breaking point, right? The thing between the carrots. I'm just gonna copy and throw these in. So I do think these just give a little bit more of a touch to the product page overall. It's not something that's completely necessary per se. You can still operate with the check marks, but just something I like to do personally. And it's like muscle memory at this point. I wouldn't say it's a big, huge needle mover or anything, but just, you know, something I like for my flow. All right. Now I do think that looks a lot more tasteful than just the check marks, personally speaking. All right. And then, so as far as the variant picker goes, I'm going to actually put that into here, right? My quantity. So I do think it's overkill to have it both here and here. So I'm just going to close the eyeball to this. Click save. All right. So now let's look at the competitor's offer. They're pretty much just doing a basic buy one, get one free. And so I'm going to go ahead and pretty much do the same thing, right? I don't think anyone needs like 3 of these or anything like that, but in the event that they do, we'll get into that later. But since this offer is already proven and it's working, let's just go ahead and leverage it, right? So let's hop into here. And actually, yeah, let's hop into here. So I'm just going to scroll down to option 1. I'm going to remove the sale badge right here. And then I'm going to also remove the percentage off, right? Because right now the price is $47.99 and it's not matching $59.99. So I need to get rid of that to make these two 1-to-1. All right, so I'm gonna make my label the buy one, get one free. I'm gonna click save there. And so with that, right now there's only one variant option. And so what I need to do is slide that up to 2, right? So that the customer has 2 options here. So when I do that, it's going to multiply this price by 2 and make it 119. And so to fix that, I'm just going to make this price, I'm going to subtract 59. Was it 99? Yeah. And then click save. Um, so I could do a buy two, get two free. But to start, I'm just going to mimic the competitor, right? This is always the first way I like to start with my offers, is leverage what's working. So I'm going to go down to option 2 and so on, and I'm going to drag these to 0. I'm going to drag that to 0, drag that to 0, and drag that to 0. And then I'm just going to take a look at the competitors page again. Let's just see here. All right, so I will say I do like this little GIF. I typically like to add a GIF into my store in the body of the product page just so that people can see the product in use. I think it just makes it a little bit more relatable and it's just a tasteful touch, a nice gesture to have on the website. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to right click, save this image or this GIF because it's already there. Boom, come over to mine, click change, remove that, and just drag that bad boy in. All right, just like that. All right. And then, so I am a little nitpicky with my websites. And so I do not personally like the add to cart buttons in the body of the product page. It's just a personal thing. And so I'm just going to get rid of that. And my logic there is that if we were to go to Amazon, the only place that you can buy is typically at the top of the screen, right? And so I'm going to embody, that same sentiment with my product pages. I'm just going to expand each one of these image with text and get rid of that and click save. All right, I'm going to hop back over here. Let's take a look at their images here. All right, so I do like this waterproof surface image. I'm going to right click, save that. Hop back over to mine. Click change here, remove, and drop that in there. Lene, we can have you share your screen and we can take a look. So I finish up here. Let me see what other imagery they got. All right, those are some review images. I'm definitely going to snag a couple of these. All right, so I'm going to save that. We'll save that one. All right. And then I'm going to hop back over here. And then I'm just going to drag these images in here. All right, and I'm going to click save. And then I do want to optimize this text a little bit, especially this one. It's like, love it. It's not really too much there. So I'm going to come over here and ask chat to generate 4 reviews for this product as well. Yeah, I could definitely use those videos as well, for sure. Yeah, there we go. That's solid. So as you guys can see, I'm not really thinking too much here. Like I'm really just like flowing, right? And we're really gonna knock this out in about 30 minutes or less, right? And so this is the same process I recommend you guys to take with your product pages. Until it actually proves itself to you, you don't want to invest like hours and hours and hours into the product page to start, right? With that being said, I'm not saying just throw up anything. You still want to make sure it's presentable and looks nice, but you want to make it prove itself to you before you give more time to it, right? I do believe that time is the greatest asset, right? The past 20 minutes, we can never get that time back. And so So logically, it doesn't make sense for me to spend 3 hours on this product page. And let's just say it doesn't sell that well. That's 3 hours of my life that I kind of lost, right? So that's kind of the sentiment or mind frame I operate from. And I'm going to recommend you guys do the same, right? We want to move with speed, right? Success loves speed because the quicker we can get this out there, the quicker we can get data, the quicker we can um, understand what that data is telling us and make moves from there, right? Just drop a one if that's clear, because I just want to make sure no one is like spending crazy deal of time on their product page to start. Now, once it does make you sales and make you money, yeah, then you can come in here and optimize it and go a little deeper and make it look a lot nicer. But to start, you definitely just want to get it presentable, um, and move and shake from there. So I do like to delete that last section and add in collapsible content, right? For some of you guys who have been rocking with me for a minute or been in the classes for a minute, you guys know this is like something I like to do a lot of. So I'll do the FAQs, come back over to chat. Can you generate 4 FAQs for this product as well? All right, and many of you guys have started to embody the same product page structure as well. You guys know like it works, right? Many of you guys may have generated your first sales with this same system, right? And I'll let you guys in on a secret. If you can get one sale with it, you can get 100 sales with it, right? All you really need is like one sale to come through to really give validation to it. From there, it's about just getting more traffic and getting the right people to that product page to convert more, basically. All right, so we'll go ahead and just drop these questions and answers in there. And boom, guys, we are pretty much ready to move and shake. Yeah, I'm gonna drop that question mark in here as soon as I get these bad boys in there. All right, and then just like Lakia said, for the icon, I'm gonna change that from checkbox to help. That's going to make it a question mark, and then I'm just gonna copy that, go up the line, and just paste that. And boom, guys. Visually, this product page is set up and I would say presentable and looks good to the place where I would run ads to it, right? Um, Now, once you do start getting sales, I mean, we do have a lot of different sections in this theme, right? So when I refer to like optimizing the product page further, maybe you come into these sections, maybe here you add like a bundle deal, comparison table, right? Maybe you add some extra other things, right? Things like that just to spice it up. But to start to test, this is something like a framework I like to use, all right? So we're not done yet though, because visually this does look good and it's set up, but we want to make sure we set up our discount for our buy one, get one free, right? So to do that, what you want to do, no, you want to go ahead and edit in Shopify, just like I did here. All right, so now let's hop into our discounts. Actually, I'm going to show you guys what the offer builder. All right, so I'm going to hop into my offer builder here, and we're going to say create an offer for me. I'm just going to give them a random number. All right. So this is going to be like a basic offer that it builds out initially. And so what I'm going to say is, can you generate a buy one, get free offer that is priced at $59.99. And then let me say, and also include the Shopify discount instructions, please. All right. So this is going to also walk us through setting up the discounts on the back end, right? So like I said, visually, we have already set up the offer, but I am going to change this compare at price as well from 239 to this 119.99. So I'm going to copy that. I'm back over here, scroll down to my compare price for option one, drop that in there, and boom, just going to update that. We'll save that. And then let's hop into the back end here. Let's follow these instructions here. So we're going to hop into Shopify admin, discounts, create discount, buy X, get Y, create discount, buy X, get Y, automatic discount, uh, buy one, get free. All right. And then, so we're going to do minimum quantity of items. So one specific product, browse, let's do the cozy shoe or slippers. Customer gets one specific product, cozy slippers for free. We're going to set a maximum number of uses per order to one use per order. And then we're going to go ahead and click save. All right, so it needs to be unique. So I need to set an extra. All right, so now that is good to go. And then so now I'm going to click view. We can give this a test here. All right, I'm going to add the cart. Boom, the buy one, get one free does work. We can see it right there. And we can see the free item right here as well. All right. And then, so that is good to go. One last thing that you will need to do to optimize just a little further is go into the product section, go into that relevant product. And then when you scroll down to the colors, the variants, you want to just attach the relevant image to each color as well, right? So that way, when the customer clicks this drop down, and they select gray or pink or whatever, that relevant image populates as well. All right, just so they can see it. But yeah, guys, in a nutshell, that is how I would recommend you guys start off by building your product pages. So yes, I can come in here and probably make this buy button green, right? Also turn off this dynamic checkout, save that. Um, but yeah, in a nutshell, we are ready to rock and roll. Actually, I might just do that really quick. Give me 1 second while I grab the hex code. Um, no. All right, so then I'm gonna grab this buy button here really quick, and then we will be good to go. Here, buy button. All right, so then I'm just gonna come over here to the hex code, paste this code here, and then enable custom button color. We'll make that green. Click save. Yep, and thank you, Laura, for copying and pasting that as well. All right, so now this is presentable and ready to go, right? My next step will be to, so we do have another offer builder, guys, created by Coach Reggie, and I'll drop that link as well, in the event that you guys don't have it. So they both function the same way, and we'll get the job done, but yeah, just make sure that you guys have those there. All right. So as you guys can see, we did that in about, I would say 25 minutes. That is the max amount of time I would spend on a product to start the test, right? Like I said, you just want to get validation that the product does work before you do invest more time and energy and effort into it, right? And then go from there. All right. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into some questions now as well. I see there's some hands, so let's get rolling there. Renee, what's going on?
Hey, I don't know if I need to turn my phone off here, but disabled share. Hang on, let me kill my phone because it's gonna scream at you. So I'm back to sort of the same question. Let me know when you see it, that I had
Yeah.
this morning. So when so here's how I took my winning ad and brought it over into a CBO. I went to my ABO, I grabbed the ad, said duplicate, and said put it into a new campaign, and I let it create it, and it brought it over. But as you can see, there's no, why is there no primary? Why didn't the primary text and everything come with it? Does it not do that?
Um, Try refreshing your screen because I can't see it at the top there. There's a primary there.
Yeah. Well, see, and this was what sort of is confusing me is because the first way I did it, I tried to put in the ad ID, and you don't have, what the heck? Um, we don't have the same, because Meta sort of changed the interface, the ability to use existing ad. I couldn't find it anywhere. So, um, where did the little bugger? Did it come in here? Put down further.
If I can jump in
Um,
real quick, I
Please.
was trying that last night too. Same thing. I created 3 or 4 different ones. And when it says that manual is still available, you don't have to do the Advantage Plus. There was no way you could really do it at the campaign level to have manual. And then once you did it at the ad set and the ad level, it already had some things that you just couldn't turn off. So I gave up and just created a campaign without it. I was right there, and that was part of my next question. Like, I didn't mean to jump in, but the same
Yeah,
thing.
no. By all means, jump in because it's supposed to be in here. I believe is the use existing.
Yeah.
You can, if
yeah,
you hit the boost post, you can get to the little ID,
Well,
but then it's goofy. So
you can get to the ID in a few places, but there's nowhere you can then, with a new one, create it to have that ID from a different post. And I went through the Facebook's chat AI discussing it, and it just kept coming back that, oh, you're on the latest version and it's not available. So I was like, okay. I- And I spent hours in
yeah.
the back end trying to find it, so I gave up on that. Is that ultimately really important, Coach Chris, or are we just going to have to learn to
Um,
live without it?
yeah, so it's really going to be mostly important when you're scaling because basically you just want to
yep,
keep that same engagement on there.
yep,
So it has that social proof, you know. But go ahead and click that drop down for create ad there, Renee. Go ahead and select boost post.
yeah. See, I can get it here, but then it didn't seem to do what I wanted to do anyway. See, it changes all of this stuff, and then here, hang on, let me grab my ID real quick. Um, you can come back here and you can add it.
Yeah. So click that enter post ID and drop that in there really quick. And then yeah, click that check mark.
But it doesn't, it seems to be the same kind of goofiness. It doesn't, this came, so the first time I did this, it came in as an image and not, it didn't have
Play
uh,
button.
the little play button. So I wonder if because I brought it in and I actually finally got a video to come in by replicating into a new campaign and then adding this post ID gave you this. Jeez Louise. This is crazy.
Yeah, so there's two ways you can go about it. You can try duplicating into, but as you can see, sometimes it's a little glitchy where it didn't show the primary text over there at first, but it did show it like on the right-hand side. And so what I would do is a boost post is basically the use existing post function now. They just renamed it type deal. So I would recommend just doing that, and that's going to carry, like if you scroll down just a tad bit, uh,
So,
and go all the way down.
so I see that this is here. So what about this weird stuff like this product catalog, the all products, the
Yeah, so I would go ahead and click that drop down and do not connect it for the catalog.
oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and then
And then
scroll
come
all the way down to the bottom of the page.
uh-huh.
Um, just want to make sure the engagement came through as well in the ad.
I had changed that myself. You're talking about the shop now one? Where the heck is it?
Or try scrolling on the right-hand side to the preview post. Yeah.
Somewhere
Yes, I
over
can
here.
see your engagement on there. If you scroll back
It
up.
says shop now. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see the likes there? So I can see the 3 likes on there. Scroll, yeah, right
I
there.
got you. I got you. Okay, so it came through.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, typically it would bring the link over too, but now it only brings like the content and the engagement and like the headline and primary. So you will need to re-add your wait, actually, no, you don't. Here it is right here. Yeah,
See,
your product link.
it looks like it's got the right page here, even though it's got some stupid thing up here. Boy, they really jacked this up.
Yeah. Yeah. So um I would say like you're good to go based on the shop now button. I know it looks a little confusing because that does say like your
Yep.
regular website, like .com. But as long as that shop now button is linked to your product page, you'll be good to
Yeah,
go.
down here it is. But you don't
Yeah.
even, yeah, I guess you could change it or remove it, but that should seem to be fine. So here's the other thing. And so I know we all start talking to chat and Google. So I've been in Gemini because Gemini is meta. So when I have ad issues and stuff like that, I try to stay in the same family. Um, so it's whether it's right or wrong, the things that you go in and you change or you go in and try to get like the ad ID, and then it says that you got to publish it again. Gemini was like, do not publish it again because you actually are changing the learning kind of thing. And you can leave it unpublished, it's still running, but don't publish it again if you just went in to get like the ad ID.
Um, so I wouldn't subscribe to that notion because if you are, let's say, like you're trying to set up a CBO to scale it, right? You will want to click publish that new budget funnels to this ad too. That makes sense.
Well, and one of the things that it talked about was the fact that you're actually, if you have an ABO and a CBO for the same thing going on, then you are actually competing against each other, and it's not a good thing.
Yes, so that is a part of the equation as well to a degree. But what I would say is I take that with a grain of salt because we're letting that ABO still run because it is profitable and it's making us money. And the whole
Right.
purpose of the CBO is basically just to push more budget into that, right? More aggressively. Um,
Okay.
in hindsight, you can just bump the budget on the ABO as well.
Which
But in
is
my
what I was doing, but now I'm jumping to a different. I'm trying to scale this because I have a clear winner in
Yeah. Oh
the
yeah.
ads
100%.
kind of thing. So I'm trying to take that one ad and bump that ad up, basically.
Yeah, because ideally, basically, in a nutshell, just to give a bird's eye view, once you get your CBO to spend about $300 a day, you should be looking at 1K revenue days, ideally, um, in my experience. So that
Okay.
is basically what I'm getting at too. So like that's why we do the CBO because from an ABO going from $10 to 300, I mean, yeah, you can bump a lot more aggressively doing that, but I would say like a CBO is just us being more aggressive. And so, yes, to a degree, we are competing against ourselves in the bidding market, but
Right.
I would say that you're still going to have a lot of success with both together, like Monica said as well.
Okay.
Um,
And keep feeding it because the ABO, what ends up happening is it takes more babysitting because as things start to not be profitable or drop below the KPIs, now you're cutting things off. Are you really at a point where you want to continue to add stuff because it's going to compete? Does that make sense?
um, and so that's a good question. So when I say like you want to add other assets and interest per se, that is one thing that we're going to talk about a little further in the coming weeks. I don't want to preview too much there yet until we get it solidified. But basically, when you do add new ad sets, if anything, bare minimum, you should be adding new creatives, right? Because you already know, okay, hey, this ad is already working, it's doing its thing, great. But now, at some point in time, that ad is not going to function in the same way that it is now,
Yeah.
currently,
Yep.
right? While we hope that lasts, or that doesn't happen for a year or months, right? That could happen next week. And so, just like want to prepare for the worst, of course, we're praying for the best. And so that's when we're going to get more creatives out there so we can have multiple winners as opposed to just the one. Because let's just say that one dies and that's our crutch right there. That's our whole business, all our sales, everything.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the logic of like duplicating and testing. Typically, we would incentivize more testing interest, but I'm going to start pushing you guys to test more creatives, right? You want more creative output than anything.
Okay. Cool. Thank
Um,
you. I
yeah,
hope
does
that
that make
helps everybody
sense?
else too. Yeah.
Yeah. Lakia, close these blinds real quick.
Hey, Coach Chris. So, with everything, right? Oh, you need a second?
No, you're good. I'm just like close these
Okay.
blinds real quick.
Um, I just need you to look over my app. So, right now I'm thinking like maybe I shouldn't have cut an ad that was working. Maybe I should have just put more. Well, not that it wasn't working, it was slowing down. So maybe I should have um maybe I should have just put more money into that ad and not cut it. Now I don't know what. Okay, wait a minute. First of all, let me refresh and let me go to Maximus.
While you're refreshing, Lakia, somebody had said, one of the coaches had said that, like, Monday, Tuesdays are slower days of the week too. So I don't know if that was part of your.
Well, this was a ad I had going for a while. It was really winning for me for a while. So it was the ABO. So that one asset was left, and it was still pushing even after the CBO died. So I mean, so that's what I'm just saying. I'm feeling like maybe I didn't handle it right.
Okay, let's take a look.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one it was. That was me trying something because I saw that a lot of my customers were men. So I tried to do just doing focusing on men, but it didn't do well. Or I didn't give it time. I think I only gave it 3 days and I stopped it.
Okay, was it the 1026 one right there?
Yeah, that was the one that um once this one died, I think was the one that was just like it was one left. No, that was the CBO. That's the CBO right there because I just did all open. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay,
I'm
maybe it's that
guessing.
one.
I think it was earlier because you had a like if you like you had a 10-11 lookalike audience. So I think it was probably like before that.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it may be that one I just went past. Yeah, I think it's this one. Where's the? Let me move this
Um,
the way. Okay, hold on. Let me move this bar out the way, and then you can do your thing.
okay. Yeah, just let me know when you're good.
Okay, yeah, I'm hands off. I'm hands off. I'm in it, but I'm hands off.
All right, let me just filter by purchases. So here's the open one. Just a winner, of course, based on the data here.
No, that's not even the one because that one had like, I think I had like 30 some purchases.
I see. Oh, yeah, we're filter the maximum.
Yeah.
Well, this one
So
in
maybe it
particular,
was one of the CBOs then.
yeah. Let me see this one. This, I mean, maybe you could have kept this one going a little bit, but one thing to pay attention to as well is not only the ROAS, but also the cost per purchase, right? Because
Mhm.
eventually with the cost per purchase, if it's high, eventually it's going to eat into the ROAS, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
honestly, it's not horrible, not a bad idea to cut this one or have cut this one. Um, but yeah,
Okay. Yeah, and you just showed us the other day about going the extra step out of the assets into the ads to see that data as well. So, but then I don't know. I probably still would have cut it just because it was the cost per clicks were a lot.
I see. Um, yeah, not horrible, but add to low price as well. Yeah, 282. So it's not horrible. Like, so of course we try to push for you guys to have like a 250 or less, and that's like the ideal range. But if your cost per click is a little elevated, like let's just say $283, um, you just want to make sure that you're getting a lot, like you're getting a good bang for your buck when it comes to purchases, right? So, um, maybe it's to the point where like people are buying two or three, etc. So that your
Mm-hmm.
average order value is higher.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so that's one way you can offset a higher cost per link click, or just also getting more dollars per customer with the, package protection, charging shipping, or adding upsells as well.
Right. Right.
Um,
And I
but
just did that. So I added the titanium cutting board and the blender, the portable juicer with it. So I mean, I didn't know if that was kind of just throwing off the algorithm or it's just I just don't know. So you thinking maybe put that one, the one at 215, cut that one back on?
um,
Does that 215 cost per click?
what's your break-even cost per purchase as well?
My KPI sheet is printed out somewhere. I believe it's there.
So you think it's around here?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, this isn't the folder. It's upstairs, but I got it upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So those were the numbers, but like you say, one day of maybe leaving that on because I was cutting off at 3 days. Like if none wasn't popping in 3 days, I'm so maybe if I would have took it that extra day, that could have changed that.
Okay, so what I just did was I scrolled over to see the date last edited,
Mm-hmm.
which is October 9th. So I'm just going to filter back 3 days from then, pretty much.
Okay, okay.
Coach Chris, you must have read my mind because that's what I was going to ask you. Wouldn't you look a little deeper, just go see what ad set was doing the best in the past 3 days, 2 days, yesterday, today, and then you can see which ad set is kind of dwindling down, not functioning as well anymore, and then you can start cutting back from that way instead of looking at it, first look at it as a maximum, then start getting in deeper and looking at it by week, then by day, a few days, just to see and which ROAS is going up, which one is going down, instead of always looking at it from a maximum point of view.
Right, all at once.
Yeah, 100%. Because as you guys saw at the maximum view, the data looked a lot different than it does right now.
What you
Right?
telling them
Trying to
that you
tell
telling
what's
them what you
going up
telling
or
them
down.
what you telling them the 1 day, 3 day, 7 day, 14 day, 30 day? That's what you giving them?
Yes,
Right, and you
sir.
can customize it.
100%.
Okay. I mean that's I had a student earlier. It was like he's looking at his ads every hour on the hour. I'm like, dude, you're gonna drive yourself mad. Right?
Yeah.
That's not how it works. You can't. You can watch water boiling on the stove,
No, not every
but
hour
you
on
gotta
an
collect.
hour, Coach
You know
Vega.
what I
How
mean?
about every few days? Not every few days. If
You
you
you heard
cancel the
that
last
you heard how I
one,
just laid out. You heard how I just laid out. Say, are you talking about the 1, 3, 7, 14, 30?
what are those days?
Yes, me and more. That's
1, 3,
1 day, that's 3 day, that's 7 day, that's 14 day,
Mhm.
that's 30 day,
Right,
right? And the reason why we want our students to basically let stuff cook. But I'm gonna tell you, when I first started doing ads, I
Mhm.
wasn't allowed to touch my ads for 7 days.
Right. After 7 days.
Right. Right. And
Mhm.
the reason for the 7 days is because, we have students that are cut their products that they done launched on Monday through Wednesday. I
Mhm.
ain't getting no sales, but you don't know your actual audience and their buyers' behaviors, right? So
Mhm.
I gave the actual example of my $1 million product, diaper bag. We only launched it Monday through Wednesday. And when I launched it Thursday through Sunday, that's when I found my buyer audience. That's when I realized it was actually grandmothers. That's when I realized that they buy between the hours of 7 to 12. Then they don't buy anything until right before going back to bed. And then the weekend they buy all around. But you wouldn't know that if you're not collecting that
Right.
data.
But that's
Right.
the example what I brought up yesterday. When I
Yeah.
say yesterday I had a product I was running and it was doing really, really bad. The ROAS was bad, but I kept letting it go because the reviews were really, really good. And after 7 days, I started looking at it more deeper, like looking at what ad was doing good or going better from each day and just cutting back. And since I did that, if I would have cut off because the ROAS was bad within the first week, I would have lost money because now I kept it running. I mean, it didn't bring me a lot of money, but for the past 2.5 weeks, but since then I made probably almost $3,000 with that product.
Yeah, and so what I would probably do
Because
from
I
there
kept it
is
going. I just
what I would end up my next move, what I would do, because for those, I don't know anybody in the room that's currently spending what I'm spending a month on ads,
no,
which is a little over $500,000 a month I'm spending on
no, I don't
ads.
think so.
All right. So what I like to do and what my team like to do is like even with that 3K, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you know what platform they're buying the most from?
Yep.
Okay, so what platform are they buying the most
Yes.
from?
Huh?
What platform are they buying from the most from?
Elderly,
No, that's not what he
from
asked.
age
That's not what he
then
asked. That's not what he
about
asked.
over
That's
60.
that's that's not what he asked. That's not what he asked.
What you
What
say?
what platform? You
Oh,
see?
Facebook.
No. Is
Mm.
it Facebook? Is it Reels? Is it Facebook Stories? Is it Facebook
Oh no,
Marketplace? Is it
it's the
Facebook? Can you tell me which
it's
platform?
it's Reels and it's from the ads because I
Okay, so no, no, listen, Monica. I'm
Mhm.
trying to, I'm trying to, I'm trying to teach you something. But if you want to go ahead and
I'm
move your shit,
listening. I'm
you gonna miss
listening.
out. Hey, I don't know
I'm
nothing.
listening.
I
I'm
don't know nothing.
listening.
I'm a rap. I was coming in to give you some game real
Don't
quick.
do
I'm
that.
good. Matter of
Okay.
fact,
Okay.
Chris, you go ahead and do your thing. I understand what the
Look,
problem is
Coach Reggie,
already.
don't go anywhere.
So I'll,
Finish
I'll
your
see y'all.
thought.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Finish your
Don't let
thought.
the door hit you with a good love split you. All right, I'll catch y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Coach, thanks, Coach. Okay,
Yeah, I done
Coach
messed
Chris.
up, man.
Okay, Coach Chris.
Um,
Okay.
all right, so let me go back here. All right.
I was
So
watching you.
when I go back to maximum, right? Let's just take a mental screenshot of this data here, right? So it looks like this, and it looks like ad three is not doing that good, right?
Right.
Maximum. But then when we go back to, so I gotta do today to make it easier on myself, and then go to 5th to the 9th. And then when we go to the 5th to the 9th of October, we can see that this ad was actually doing its thing, right? But this ad was taking more of the spin, right? And it didn't get a sell, right? And your break-even cost per purchase was what, 40? 40 something bucks.
Yeah.
So logically, looking at that, we probably should cut this one to allow more money to funnel here because you had a $21 cost per purchase with a 3 rows,
That's me
right?
fighting that ad. Okay.
Now it's all good though. It's all good though. It's a learning
Mm,
experience. And then to
yeah.
piggyback off of what
Mm,
Coach Reggie was getting to, like we can even go deeper with it and go and look at the placement, right?
okay.
Okay, where are most of your purchases coming from as far as a placement, right? So it looks like one came from Instagram feed in the app, right? And that was a $9 cost per purchase that brought back 70 bucks, right? So that's great. We'll take that all day. Then we had
Mm-hmm.
a Facebook feed post in the app. And that was a purchase, cost per purchase 26, a little higher, but still profitable,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then we looked down and we had Facebook Reels in the app, right? And so now with this data here,
Okay.
what we could say is, and then of course we can look at it maximum as well. Actually, let's just do it just to see what it looks like. And so now what we can do is just be a little bit more strategic with our with where we place our ads as well, right? So we can see which placement is getting us the cheapest cost per purchase, right?
So,
Let me see here. So that's not bad. I'm going to filter by cost per purchase now, so we can see which one got us the cheapest. All right, so Facebook, Instagram Reels in the app, $16 cost per purchase, right?
wow. Yeah.
Right, and that's the average order value, about 77, let's just say 78
Yeah, because I
bucks.
got the purchase, I mean, shipping protection. They pay for that.
All right. So one thing we can do now strategically is we could just target this Instagram Reels in app for our placement,
Okay.
right? And then we can go even deeper and look at the date and time, just like Coach Reggie was saying. So let's say time.
Yeah.
Um,
And
let
that
me
would maybe
see.
change the time from when I'm launching from 12 to midnight to the time they're up and active.
All
Or
right.
should I
So
just still leave it at midnight and still just try to reach anybody, everybody?
um So initially, we do recommend starting off at midnight just till you get enough data to really gauge and say, hey, all right, this is definitely the best time where I get most of my sales, etc.
Uh-huh.
Um, but if you're noticing that most of your sales come in like the morning, the evening, or midday, whatever the case may be,
Mhm.
you just want to start taking mental notes of that because you can schedule your ads like during that time, and you can also do what we call surfing your budget, which is basically pushing more budget during those prime hours for your product, right? So you can maximize those hours
Mm.
too.
I tell you, Australia and New Zealand love me.
Hey, there you go. There you
They
go.
trust me. They love me. I'm even getting a lot of Canadian love. I'm getting a
All
lot of
right.
Canadian love recently.
And you can even break it down by device. So like these breakdowns really go deep, guys. Like you can really break it down to a T. I guess device isn't working right now for whatever reason, but all good.
Mhm.
But what I'm getting at is like at the end of the day, guys, we are paying a lot of good money for this data, right? So it's always going to be in our best interest to leverage it as much as possible,
Mhm.
right? It's like you
Okay,
can break it
so
down to day, age, placement,
okay,
country.
this my mind is like everywhere now. I'm like, oh my gosh. So the ass that oh my God, I haven't even got to the ass that I have lunch right now. Okay, so I cut some of them bad boys off. I probably should have, and I should have let them run. I should have let them go for the full 7 days now. So that's going to be my rule. No matter what, just let it go for 7 days.
Yeah. And ironically, I did not know Coach Reggie was going to say that either, or even pop in here, if I'm being honest. But I agree 100%. Like, what did I tell y'all? I think this morning or either yesterday.
I
Like,
think
let your offer run for
yesterday,
7 days. Don't touch it. Don't do anything. Right.
because I've been
Um,
going off that 3 day rule. I just been like 3 day, cut it. If nothing don't happen on, well, I would go. Well, I would really honestly go to fourth day. I would wait till after that third day, and if nothing happens on that fourth day, then I was just cutting them. Okay,
yeah,
so
100%.
7 days.
So I know it's tough sometimes because at the end of the day we are spending, but like sometimes the best
Yeah.
move is no move, right? And just let that data roll in. And then you can be more
Yeah.
calculated with that data that you do
Yes.
get.
See, and there you go, and there you go, and that's the thing. 'Cause I'm all on. I'm waking up like, yeah, so excited, waking up seeing my Shopify little key of life thing, like, oh, sales. And when I wake up now, it's just like it's almost like no Facebook likes. It's like nobody likes me. Like nobody bought my stuff. Okay, so I'm still building data. So okay. So I did two advent calendars. I did the survival one, and I did the one for the kids. I got one sale on that one today for the survival one.
And nice. The data looks pretty solid here for sure. Getting good at the cart, so there's definitely buying intent and interest.
I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get y'all to the end of the week. Somebody get net spin a chime, so y'all get y'all checks Wednesday. So I should I should be seeing some movement midweek with all these, and even with the heated jacket, I had so many freaking ad cards. So, and that's what I'm doing now with the Christmas tree, and I mean the this one and the calendar, the other calendar, and I think the necklace. I know I cut some of the necklace. Oh no, and it was the this one up top. This one, I just launched that one again for the peeler, just putting out new content. So those
See.
three, I just launched those. Maybe 3 days ago, or maybe 3, 4 days now.
All right, so yeah, the data on here is definitely a little bit more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably cut this.
7.
Yeah, just because over averagely it's costing you about just shy of $6 to get someone to the website. And I
Okay.
can also look at your click-through rate, right? So it's not horrible, it's above 1%, but barely. But let me just point this out
So
for
that's a content issue?
I would say so. And then if you just look at your campaigns where you're getting sales, right, they're all above like a 2%, right? Roughly, like the 3, 2, and 3. So typically I say the higher the click-through rate, the better, because that means people are actually clicking on your ad and interested in it, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's the new one for the vegetable peeler, but okay, so I'm just put some new creatives on it. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it sounds like a broken record too, but also just we can see which one's getting the spin as
Yeah.
well. Um, yeah, like this one took $18 and the cost per link click isn't really hitting too much. And then these have barely spent. So you could just cut this one and let that budget funnel to these two as well. But
Okay.
ultimately, I would look to test new creatives because Facebook AI is really smart. So their AI chose this video for a reason. And even though
Yeah.
this one's not panning out, they think this is the best video. That's why I started spending on it first. And take
Okay.
most of the budget.
All right. Yeah, I might just go with image ads on this now because I mean every video is the same thing. I mean, if other than me buying one and using new food, that's the only way it is going to happen at this point. Because every other creative, they're all using the same fruits and vegetables.
I see. Also, another good product to look into is like the wooden utensils in the kitchen space because
Okay, add
a
the
lot of people are
I
more
can
aware of
add
the
those as a free. Yeah, those little bamboo ones. Okay, yeah, I think I need to add a free item with this too. I think that'll help too.
yeah. So that
Okay.
one's probably going to cost you a little bit. So I'll probably do that one as an upsell. But yeah, most people are trying to get away
The
from like the plastic
spools.
stuff and the
Yeah, even the
microplastic.
silicone. They caught me on that silicone kick, but even that silicone is crap. So yeah, the bamboo is the best. Okay. So I'll try to find something a little cheap. But I do need a free item too. I do feel like I need a free something to give it a little more perceived value, or just something different. Something
Yeah.
different. Okay, can you look at the other ones for me, please?
Yeah, I got you. So survival calendar, you say you got a sell on this one?
Yes. Okay.
All right. So
Just
that one did not roll through yet, but all good.
Yeah, I'm not setting up my parameters, so I'm gonna start doing that again too. 'Cause at first it was just I didn't want to put the time into doing it if the ads weren't going to sell, but I mean now I'm seeing like either way.
Yeah, but one thing I am noticing from this and your previous campaign is your CPMs, click-through rate, and cost per link click is a lot healthier. And you can tell as well by getting
So
you're
much
getting a
better.
lot of add to carts here. Like when you see a lot of add to carts, that's really good. That means there's buying intent, like people are interested in it.
Okay.
So yeah, this one looks really good for sure. And
Okay.
this is like prime time to push this product too, because I think it peaks at like December, pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I remember I wrote it down. I found one of my notes and I circled. I put a bunch of squigglies around it. You were like the day after Halloween launched that. I wrote it down. I was like, okay, yeah. So I did that one, and then this one is the little felt one for the kids to be able to play with.
Yeah, this one's really good too, as well. Um, I will probably just check your funnel again too, because one thing I'm seeing is like you're getting a lot of at the carts, then pretty significant drop off going to checkouts initiated.
Okay,
So I would just double check things there, but the click-through rate here looks amazing and the cost per link click looks
that's
good.
really low. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna check that and see because I did the offers through caching bundles. See, I'm getting spoiled with caching bundles. I haven't been doing my follow through afterwards. So I still need to go ahead and do the run through.
Yeah, it's always a good practice. This one looks good too. Yeah, this one looks really good
Yeah.
right here.
Okay. Okay. And ironic enough, that product has had people buying other jewelry off of my. I had to go and clean up some other product pages. People been buying other jewelry that I just had on there. So it
Mm.
made me put one of them as a because I have like a 925 sterling silver chain as a upsell with it, but then I added the gemstone bracelets as well as a upsell. It's a cheaper upsell.
Yeah, jewelry definitely does well this season, especially because it's like the gift giving season, right? People buying it for
Yeah.
significant others and things like that. So, um, and maybe
Okay.
definitely add some upsells in the cart for this product specifically with other jewelry items, I would say.
Yeah, I did the 925 sterling silver chain and the gemstone bracelets.
Fire, fire. I think you should be able to get ready to scale this one. We just need to see one more sale here on the
Yeah.
ad at the so at this getting the sales.
Okay. Yeah.
This one here. But yeah, these look good.
Okay, okay. I just need to okay, yeah, and then just the heated jacket and then I'm done. Because I that one has that's the one I told you about. I when I heard you talking yesterday and I think I messed it up because I went in and I bumped the price down $5. Like maybe after I had gotten a bunch of sales and then it just fell off and then I dropped the price down $5.
Yeah, so see how this one's sucking a lot of spin, but no
Yeah,
purchase.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I probably would cut this one
Okay.
right here.
Pop that one, please. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so keep in mind, guys, as you guys are managing your campaigns, a lot of managing is just like cutting the fat, right? Whatever's taking spin but not performing, you want to
Mhm.
cut that so it can funnel towards your other ad sets. Or ads, I mean. Like that one's good, like $5 or 5 rollers, $18 CPA to bring back, like you spent $18 to bring back 103, right? Take that all day.
Oh, they're
Um,
loving the upsells. I have the heated gloves. I have the battery pack. I threw in the free earmuffs. So they're loving it. They're sopping it up.
what's the break even cost per purchase for this? That's probably
For
higher.
this one, I believe, now see, that was my question for this one, because do I add upsells in the price, or I didn't know how to enter that in the KPI sheet. Do
I
I
would just
just
go
do
off the
the cost
base
of
price
tracking?
by itself to start, but then if you're noticing that the AOV is higher, you can use that. But I would just go off the basic, like buy one to start for the
Okay,
jacket.
okay, okay. I wasn't able to do a sheet for it because I just didn't know what price to enter in. Okay, I'll have to
Okay.
go back and make a sheet for that one.
I would check that, and then you may want to cut this one too based off of that, but just drop those numbers in to see what your cost of purchase will be or should be.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it's crazy because ad two is the one that's getting the most engagement.
Yeah, this one's doing really well. I think that was the same thing on the first ad set too. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, ad one once again. Yeah, I would probably say ad one is close to being your winner. I think on
What,
just
what
double
else?
check.
I'm always not to cut on the other one.
Oh yeah, yeah, it
Yeah, that's
was. So
ad
ad
one.
two. So it's ad two, ad one, and what
It
was this
depends
one?
on which one I'm in. The ads look different.
Yeah, so ad two has two cells and ad one has one cell so far. Um, but yeah, I would say this looks good too. I would just drop your numbers into the KPI sheet for the basic buy one,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then look at that cost per purchase because you may want to cut
Better
that ad
understanding of it.
here.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so even that product that I showed you, I'm thinking about just doing some organic ad for it and then just pay the little $5, whatever, to boost the ad.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so I'm still I've just been doing this, and then I'm gonna create those creatives and then just do the just do it in the business suite and just create the ad post that way for it and go that instead of trying to run ads for it since it's such a hot ticket.
Yeah, yeah, I will
Okay.
give that a try for sure.
Okay, yes. Oh, and I found out, that product was actually out last year. So it's not even a new product. I'm not even starting a new trend. So that's awesome.
Oh, word. There you go. So you already know the trend's valid. So yeah, I would
Yeah.
definitely run with it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much again, Coach Chris.
No problem. No problem. All right, JJ, what's going on?
Hey, Coach Chris, how you doing? All right,
I'm
so
good. How are
you
you?
mind if I show you share screens?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Okay. All right, so I'm doing some more creatives. I'm gonna add this as well. I don't know if you can actually see it. You
Yeah,
know,
I can see that.
yeah. So but two things is one thing is that how do you add this? This is actually an image into your store as an upsell. How do you add an image? Is it because
Um,
when you go to Page Pilot, if you're looking for from like a website?
yeah, so what you'll have to do is there's a couple of different routes you can go. If you can find another competitor or Amazon link selling that same jewelry box, you can use that link and make a page pilot page and then
Okay.
add it as an upsell in the cart. Or B, you can just go into the back end of your Shopify and click add new product and add it in manually.
Okay, just go into Shopify and add it as a new product.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Okay.
would probably be the easiest.
Okay. The next thing is that once you can review the data.
Yeah. And request control. All right. So I can tell this one's doing this thing for sure. Um, yeah, that's really good.
So I think with the gift box, I think that's going to help out a lot.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna add some AOV. Is something blocking the ads?
Yes,
Are
yes,
there?
yes, yes, yes. One second. Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, let's hop in here. All right, yeah, I would probably take this to a CBO. So there's one of two ways you can do this. You can take this to a CBO, and run it that way, or if you want to just keep it modest for now, you can also just bump this like budget. Like now, probably double it because your cost per purchase right now is 18. You can just double this to 20, to push more money into this right here. But yeah, this is textbook. This is really good. So it looks like you definitely found another winning pocket based on this data here and this ad right here.
Okay.
Right, it's basically saying every dollar you're spending here, you're getting 316 back. So you're 3xing your investment when you spend here.
Okay.
So I'm going to just go ahead and bump this to 20. We'll do a slight little scale there. And we'll analyze that in a couple of days to see how that goes from there. All right, so that's your testing campaign. Well,
Water keeps popping up.
all right, then let's go back into your CBO. All right, so this one's got 14 purchases, so it's definitely the carrier. And then, all right, so we cut that one. We still got things cooking here. Yeah, this one's still healthy, still doing its thing. $20 cost of purchase with a 2 ROAS. So I would let that keep doing what it's doing. Let me see if any of these other ones are getting spent. Not too much. Yeah, I'll let this one keep doing its thing here. But yeah, on the back end, I would definitely add that jewelry box. And if you want to add like a custom message card or something like that too, I would
Okay.
add that, right? And that's going to increase your average order value, especially if someone wants to gift it to a loved one or things like that.
Okay.
But this right here looks good. Yeah, that one's still pretty good. Cost of purchase is kind of high, but looks like they probably bought 2. Maybe. Because of the ROAS being still high. But yeah, so I will keep an eye on this one here, but everything else still looks good, I would say. Looks like
Okay.
this one's trying to come back to life as well. But yeah, I would just try to get more dollars per customer now on the back end with that the box, and then also add some customization aspect to it as far as like a custom message card or something.
Right. The only thing about the box is that the shipping on the box. The shipping is like $10. That's like the cheapest box I could find that, somewhat decent. And the box is always cheap, only like $2.50. So, but the problem is the only thing I have to wait around it is to ship them like 2 boxes or something to that effect, to get free shipping.
I see. Did you talk to the private supplier as well to see if we can get it cheaper?
I'm gonna have to contact them again. Let's see if I can get it cheaper. I'll
Yeah,
text them
because
again tonight.
yeah, at the end of the day, they want your business. So just tell them like, hey, I'm able to get it for this price. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna try to beat that price. So you can for sure get it a little bit cheaper.
Got you. All right. Thank
As
you.
long as you're not trying to put your logo on it, JJ, it should be really cheap. Because I reached out to mine about it when I was doing my jewelry. And he was just like, as long as I'm not trying to customize it with my logo, then it should be doable.
All right, cool. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No
All right.
problem. All right. Tara.
Hey Coach, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Forgive me being late. I've been doing 72 hours, not getting too much sleep, and sometimes when I go to sleep and I think about something, I get up in the middle of the night and start working on it. Um,
Hey, welcome to the
so
gang.
but I would like for you to take a look again because like I'm getting a lot. I'm just start building up some ad to cards, but I haven't received any more purchases. The purchase that I did receive, they bought the battery with the jacket. Um. And let me share my screen. Make sure. And this private supplier, I spoke to them. This is so funny. I spoke to them like around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. That's how crazy it's been with me. And they gave me a quote, but they have not fulfilled the item. And I think today or tomorrow might be the day that I have to fulfill it.
I see. Did you message them again and say, hey, can I get fulfillment on this order?
Yes, I did that at I think it was like 12 o'clock. I'm not too sure, 12 or 1 o'clock. And they told me they were gonna get back with me soon. That was the last message.
Okay. They should definitely get it taken care of today, I would say for sure. But if they are still dragging, like, just put their feet to the fire. Like, hey, I really want to work with you guys, but if you guys can't fulfill my orders in a timely manner, I'll be forced to work with someone else because they want your business at the end of the day.
Okay. Okay. I will do that. But could you give me some advice? Because I'm just I'm not trying to rush things. And while I'm in training, I just got another add to cart on my problems solution. But I have not received any purchases other than that one I told you about. So I'm just trying to see, what's your advice?
Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, so this ad 4 is definitely resonating a lot better. Yeah, you're at 4 rows here. So I know on the ad set level looks a little bit less, like a 3, which is still good to be honest. I would say this one's definitely doing its thing, so I'll let this keep going. What's your break-even cost per purchase on here?
I think it is, it's my little chart up there. I can't remember right now. I've been running numbers and feeding my image to whatever's going on. I feed it to chat and he give me some, updates.
Okay, so it says 44.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually, like I said, the purchase is actually the combo that made the deal, but for just that, one item, if it was the jacket, that's how much I'm selling it for with the heated
Okay,
jacket.
so 44. All right, let me keep that in mind. All right, so
And
I
I
would
was able
cut.
to fix that issue. I was having that pop up. Like I said, I was staying up all night trying to get that taken care of. So I finally found it to fix it.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. So, I mean, you're right there. I'll let these spin a little bit more to see if you can get that purchase because the good thing is when people are buying, you're getting like $100 out of them, right? And so
Right.
just because they are spending more, typically your cost per purchase is going to be a little bit elevated. Like even though it says 32 here, if you even go to the ad level, it's like 24. Yeah, 24 for this ad in particular. So it's gonna cost you about 20 bucks or so to 20 to 30 bucks to get that sale. But the
Right.
good thing is when you do get it, you're getting $100 back.
Right. Okay.
So I would just be a little bit more patient. Honestly, I would just let these keep cooking. Keep your eye on these two, and if they get closer to that $44 mark and still no sell, go ahead and cut. And then you can probably just I would just let this one cook until like 2 or 3 sales, and then you can start bumping budget on this one, right? Because this is where you're making your profit at the moment.
Okay. Even if I'm just getting asked the cards and for that problem solution, because I know the tech one, I know that may fall off soon.
Yeah, because what's gonna happen is it's gonna be like a tapering flow. All right, so from your at the carts down to your checkouts initiated down to purchase, like even this one is not too crazy, but you can see it taper down to what it equates to a sell. So I would just let it keep cooking because who knows? Like you can literally get a sale tonight, and then you'll be laughing.
Okay. Okay. And like I said, I'll be feeding it to Chad and he the gift and the lifestyle. Um, even though I set it up, like I said, we running so quickly on the first and it wasn't even the second day. The first day I got the sale when I set the campaign up. The second day just been at the cards. And and then mine's is Charlie. Charlie told me to cut the ones that's not gonna make nothing on the third day, which was yesterday, I believe, or today. So I cut those and he was mentioned about retargeting. So I want to make sure because I definitely didn't want to jump ahead.
Yeah, I would wait on retargeting until I say at least, like, it's gonna sound crazy, like 100 add to carts or so, just to make it worth your while. So you at least have 100 people you can target with the retargeting, right? Because if you were to do it right now, you're only going to be able to retarget like 9 people, which, I mean, it's
Right.
still something, but I like to do it when there's more people rather than less.
Okay, perfect. And I'm just tripping because I see I got a lot of numbers when it comes to impressions and reach, but it seems like it's just trickling so slow. Like, because when I did my ads this time, I did a lot of chopping and screwing when it comes to I don't take nobody whole ad. I've been, trying to kind of pinpoint to do a storyline with it. And
Mhm.
I'm just trying to see, are you able to look at one of my videos just to see if it's, populating the ones that's actually doing pretty good?
So I would, but so what I'm gonna have you do is just send it to me in the chat and I can take a look that way. So I do
Mhm.
want to make sure I stick around with everyone else here.
Okay,
Um,
okay, because it's only
but
15 seconds. That's why I was just asking.
yeah, I mean, what I would do, yeah, just go ahead and send it to me and I'll
Mhm.
analyze it there, give some feedback. Because I do
Okay,
gotta run at like 5:30.
okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much for answering my questions.
Yeah, no problem. Laura, what's going on?
Hey there. Some of the questions have sort of been answered in the last couple of people who you've been talking with, but I just want to confirm a couple things. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I can see that.
Okay, so um, real quick, can I ask Lakia a question? Lakia, you're Australian and New Zealand. Did you actually make your creatives with like an Aussie or a Kiwi accent, or were they American accents by chance?
When I create my ads, I create the ad to go to them.
But I mean, is there a
No.
voiceover on
Mm-mm.
it?
Mm-mm. I don't do it for any particular anybody. I just do it for the need. And when I set up the ad, I set it to go to everybody.
Right, but I mean, when you make your creative, is there
Yeah,
talking in it?
yeah.
And
It's an
it's just with
English
the
voice.
original voice,
Mm-hmm.
probably in American.
Mm-hmm. And yes,
Okay,
when the vegetable peeler was a straight up AI voice. You can tell that was an AI chick.
with an
And
American, oh, like a robot voice.
yeah, and
Okay,
and that was my winning ad.
cool. I just was curious about that because I want to target those countries as well, but I didn't know if maybe you had like a secret sauce that grabbed their attention.
Yeah, just solve the problem. That I think they're really just logical people. They just want to they have the problem. You say I got a solution, and they say okay,
Thanks.
no problem.
So Coach Chris, I know you're trying to run, so I'll be fast. Do you see how I put the goal here for the hook rate and the hold rate? It's just mostly so that I can easily assess as I'm learning. What is like my goal? I guess the goal for the CPC is equal to or greater than $2.50.
Yeah, I say 250 or lower, and the lower the better.
Oh, lower.
Um,
Oh, right, lower. Okay. That's what I put here. And then for CTR,
I say 1% or higher, and the higher the better. I definitely tell
one,
this parents one is definitely like resonating because that's like really good,
yeah.
like almost 7%.
Okay. And then for CVR, what's a good, I think it's back here. What's a good
Conversion rate.
percentage?
Honestly, the industry average is 2.5%, so anything above that is great.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Thanks. I just wanted to write those things down real quick. Now, I'm a little confused, sort of, on I put the daily budgets. I did add them a little high. Facebook told me if I went up to 19, I was likely to get 2 sales per day. So I knew they were just wanting my money, but I went ahead and raised it up. But this morning, then you had me turn them off when they got to like 15. And so I did turn them, but as they kept, eventually now they're all off. So when when do I turn them back on? Tomorrow, or do I always leave at least the best performing one going for 7 days? I'm a little
Yeah.
confused by all that.
Yeah, so let me request control here.
Yep.
Um, so basically what you want to do is you definitely want to use your KPI sheet. That's going to help you like with management of
Okay.
it. So the reason why we turned off the 15, let me see. I'm gonna look at this really quick for
And I haven't filled out the KPI sheet yet, but because I was just looking at my trying to find a lower cost vendor supplier online. I went ahead and fulfilled them with the one that I had. So I know it cost me more or less about $18 and change to fulfill those. And
I
that
see.
right there on this screen, this also leads to my next question is it was kind of strange that on the add two that there's one add to cart, but two checkouts initiated. How can you initiate twice if there's only one cart? And then there was one
Um,
purchase, and I think you're just in one ad set, but overall it shows that I had two purchases, well, three total, but then in my Shopify, there's only two purchases. So I was kind of confused on why Facebook is showing three purchases, but Shopify is only showing one.
yeah, you're right. That is a little weird, actually. That is weird. So I would go off of Shopify as your true basis. I think Facebook might have just over attributed a purchase for sure. But I do
Okay.
want to point out this one, like you want to keep this one running. Like this one is sitting at a 17 ROAS right now. So in a nutshell, it's saying for every dollar you're spending here, you're getting 17 back at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll take that all day and night. So I'm
On
gonna turn
every one of these channels or just on the parenting one?
just yeah, just for the parenting. So within the parenting category,
Preschoolers.
and then for our preschoolers at 1v2,
Okay.
right? When you're spending here, you're getting a good return on investment. So I'm
Can you
gonna
go
turn
ahead and
this,
turn that back on?
yeah, for
Okay.
sure, for sure. And then so I know this one is a little inflated because it did attribute two purchases down here, but
Yeah.
let me just take a look at one more thing too. All right, so I know your cost per link click at face value on the ad set level looks high, like it's saying it's 831. But just keep in mind that's why you always want to go deeper into the ad level because you can see for this ad, I actually got this sale as 175,
Okay.
right? So just be sure to go deeper. Um, and then like when we look at this one, like yeah, here it says 920. I'm sure it's gonna be lower when we come down here. All right, so actually it's a little bit lower, 794, which is still high. So I probably would leave this one off at the moment.
Okay.
But for this one, this top one, I would probably keep this one on because you're getting cheap traffic with this one and a high click-through rate.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, let me see how much is spent though. Yeah, so I only spent 15 and you already got to add to cart. So I will let this keep running. But yeah, on the back end, what I would do is definitely go ahead and plug your numbers into your KPI sheet. That way you can see your break-even cost per purchase and ROAS, and that's going to help you with management as well.
And so isn't the point of setting the daily budget so we don't have to go in there and turn them on and off?
Not necessarily. So your daily budget, like that's going to spend no matter what, right? But your KPI sheet is like just going to help you with overall management of your campaign. Like as far as like, hey, am I hitting the numbers I need to hit to be profitable?
But like this morning when we turned them off when they were around 15 or so, that's just it's if I'm understanding correctly, that's a strategy so that the rest of the daily allocated money goes to the ad that's performing and not those. Is that why we turned those off when they got to around 15?
No, so we turn it off at 15 because at $15 spend, what you want to do is analyze your cost per link click, and you want that below 250, ideally, right?
Oh,
And so this one was at 1535. So I was like, let's cut this because you don't want to keep spending here.
right.
Right. So that's why we cut this one.
But even on
Um,
the first day, there wasn't enough time to tell if people were buying or not. I mean, I guess that's where I get confused with the leave everything running for 7 days and yet turning them
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, so you want to let it keep running with it still hitting your KPI benchmarks, right? So we don't want to just let everything run per se. Um, but there's like some numbers we do want to hit, right? So as long as our cost per click looks good and our click-through rate looks good, things like that, right? We can keep it running. But you still want to go through your KPI benchmarks to
Okay.
ensure that, okay, it makes sense to keep this running.
Is there I watched the whole course curriculum and then I've watched some of our replays, but I don't remember exactly where it went over, like going through that KPI sheet. Is there like somewhere I can go more step by step and understand it better?
Yeah, I got you. Let me just find that really quick.
And this was just basically one ad creative that I modified gently with some text over the top, a little bit of visual text, and then a little bit more. So that was the difference between the three, but the video was the same. And I have three other videos that I'm going to create, and I was going to make those do more creatives. Is that wise at this point, or should I wait for this particular one to run its course? I know you said you want us doing more creatives, and that's my wheelhouse. I love the creative side of it, but I don't want to just be throwing money out there, but I'm not sure what's the sweet spot.
Yeah, so I mean, you did get two sales today, so I'm gonna say was that like 120-ish bucks in revenue. And then you're probably gonna spend 100 bucks based on a little less. Let me see. Yeah, so you spent 82 so far. These are gonna kick back in gear and spend a little bit more, up to 19, for the budget you set.
Yeah.
And so you do have some money like to play with there a little bit. And so yeah, I would say you can have those creatives ready to go because who's to say that that creative doesn't do something like this one here where, or is it this one? No, it's not that one. Like this one here that's giving you a 17 rolls right now,
Yeah.
right? So, so you can just be having those like worked on in the back end and ready to go. But yeah.
So you would get ready with a new creative if this looked like it was dropping off. Otherwise, you just stick with this the way it is and suggest I moved on to a different product.
Not yet. I would keep running this product for sure. This one can definitely work. I mean, given like today's your first day testing, you got two sales, like that's a green flag for sure. And it's a great gifting item for Christmas, etc. So I would keep doubling down on the creative aspect of it.
Okay.
And then you can even though it's not that many sales, you can still be leveraging like your breakdowns to see like the age and gender of people that are buying this product. All right, so it looks like 55 plus, let me see. 55 plus, and it's like 45 plus, middle-aged to older people, right?
Yeah.
And then you can see the gender, which you can also see in your, whatchamacallit, your Shopify by the name. But yeah, I would just kind of just be looking at your data to see, okay, who's buying. So it looks like women. Um, so basically you just want to create more creatives and ads that resonate with that demographic as well, too,
Got it. Okay.
right? Um, But yeah, so I do have to run, guys. But hopefully that makes sense, Laura. Um,
Yes, thank
we
you.
can go deeper on that tomorrow as well if need be.
Yeah, that helps me. Thanks.
All right. And so sorry, Deborah, but if you wouldn't mind, just go ahead and drop your question into the chat, and I will get you taken care of here in a moment.
Okay, Coach, I'm gonna have to message you too, please, in the private chat because I found out what the issue is, and I don't know how to fix it.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, shoot me a message and I'll check in here this evening as well.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty, guys. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys this tomorrow as
Thanks,
well.
Coach Chris. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, guys.